Tonight, we travel back to Ottoman Istanbul in the year 1550. As you settle into a comfortable position, allow the noise of the modern world to slowly fade away. There are no notifications waiting for your attention, no deadlines, no crowded roads. For the next little while, you can leave all of that behind. Instead, imagine opening your eyes in one of the most fascinating cities the world has ever known. The room around you is quiet. A faint blue light enters through a small window as the first signs of dawn begin to appear. The air is cool from the night, carrying the scent of wood smoke from nearby homes. For a few moments, everything remains still. Then, from somewhere far across the city, the first call to prayer begins to echo through the morning air. The sound drifts across rooftops, courtyards, gardens, and narrow streets. It moves over the city like a gentle wave, slowly waking Istanbul from its sleep. You rise from your bed and step outside. The stone beneath your feet is cool. The street is narrow and peaceful. A few lanterns still glow softly in the fading darkness. Above you, the sky is slowly changing from deep blue to shades of gold and silver. The city has not yet become busy. A baker is already awake. His oven has been burning since long before sunrise, and the smell of fresh bread drifts through the street. Soon, families from nearby homes will arrive to purchase the first loaves of the day. Further ahead, a merchant unlocks the wooden shutters of his small shop. Another sweeps dust from the entrance of his workshop. There is no rush, no urgency. Life moves at a slower pace here. As you continue walking, more people begin to appear. Women carrying baskets make their way through the streets. Children help their parents prepare for the day ahead. Craftsmen walk toward workshops where they will spend hours shaping wood, metal, leather, and cloth into useful goods. Every person has a role to play. Every street has its own rhythm. The city feels alive, yet calm. Eventually, you reach a place where the view opens before you. The Bosphorus stretches across the landscape, reflecting the first rays of sunlight. Fishing boats move slowly through the water. Seabirds circle overhead. The gentle sound of waves reaches the shore below. You stop for a moment and take in the scene. Across the skyline, great domes and elegant minarets rise toward the brightening sky. Thin trails of smoke drift upward from chimneys. The city is beautiful, powerful, ancient. And yet, from where you stand, it feels surprisingly peaceful. As the morning continues, the streets become busier. Small carts roll across stone roads. Shopkeepers prepare their goods. Travelers arrive carrying news and products from distant regions of the empire. The Ottoman Empire stretches across vast territories, connecting Europe, Asia, and Africa. Because of this, Istanbul has become one of the world's great meeting places. Languages from many lands can be heard here. Goods from distant ports arrive every day. Ideas travel alongside merchants and sailors. Yet despite all of this activity, daily life remains surprisingly simple. People focus on family, work, community, faith. These are the things that shape each day. You continue your walk toward the heart of the city. The streets become narrower. The sounds become louder. Soon you arrive at one of the most famous places in the Ottoman world, the Grand Bazaar. Even in the morning, the market is already beginning to fill with life. Merchants arrange colorful fabrics. Jewelry glitters in the growing sunlight. The scent of spices drifts through the air. Voices echo beneath the covered walkways as traders prepare for another busy day. You move slowly through the market. There is no need to hurry. Every corner reveals something new. handmade carpets, beautiful ceramics, fine metalwork, exotic goods brought from distant lands. The market feels less like a collection of shops and more like a world of its own. People from different cultures and backgrounds pass one another in the narrow corridors. Some negotiate prices, others simply browse and observe. For a moment, you stop and watch the scene around you. This place represents the heart of a global empire. Yet beneath all the activity, there remains a feeling of familiarity. People are living their lives much as they always have, working, talking, sharing stories, building connections. The morning sun now sits higher in the sky. The city is fully awake, and your journey through Ottoman Istanbul is only beginning. Leaving the busy corridors of the Grand Bazaar behind, you make your way back toward the waterfront. The streets are now much livelier than they were at dawn. Merchants stand outside their shops speaking with customers. Children run through narrow alleys, weaving between carts and pedestrians. Craftsmen sit in open workshops where the sounds of hammers, saws, and tools fill the air. The city feels full of energy. Yet, even among the noise and activity, there is a natural rhythm to life. No one is rushing to catch a train. No one is checking a clock every few minutes. The pace of the day is guided by sunlight, prayer, work, and tradition. As you continue walking, the smell of food begins to drift through the streets. Vendors prepare meals for travelers and workers: fresh bread, grilled fish, warm stews, sweet pastries flavored with honey. The scents mix together and follow you through the city. Soon you arrive once again at the edge of the Bosphorus. The water sparkles beneath the afternoon sun. Fishing boats continue their work, while larger vessels move slowly through the busy waterway. This narrow stretch of water connects continents. Europe stands on one side, Asia on the other. Every day, people, goods, and ideas pass between them. You find a quiet place to sit and watch the world around you. Nearby, fishermen repair their nets. A sailor tells stories about distant ports he has visited. Merchants discuss prices and trade routes. Seagulls glide effortlessly above the water, occasionally diving toward the surface before rising once again into the sky. For a while, you simply observe. Life unfolds naturally around you. The city feels enormous, yet strangely personal. Although thousands of people live here, each person is focused on ordinary concerns, providing for their family, completing their work, meeting friends, sharing meals, planning for tomorrow. The more time you spend here, the more familiar it begins to feel. As the afternoon continues, the sunlight softens slightly. Long shadows begin to stretch across the streets. The busiest hours of the day are slowly passing. Some merchants begin organizing their shops. Workers pause to rest and eat. The pace of the city becomes gentler. You decide to continue your walk. Leaving the waterfront behind, you follow a winding path through residential neighborhoods. The atmosphere here is different from the crowded market districts. Small gardens sit behind stone walls. Children play together in quiet courtyards. Neighbors stop to exchange greetings and news. The sounds of the city feel more distant. For a moment, it is easy to forget that you are standing in the center of one of the world's most powerful empires. Instead, it feels like a collection of communities connected by familiar routines and shared traditions. As you walk, the afternoon slowly begins to fade. The bright sunlight of midday gives way to the warmer colors of evening. Golden light reflects from rooftops and stone walls. The city appears softer now, calmer, more reflective. You pause and look back toward the skyline. The great domes and minarets that dominated the morning horizon still stand proudly above the city. But beneath them, daily life is beginning to slow. The day's work is gradually coming to an end, and a peaceful evening awaits. As the afternoon slowly fades into evening, the city begins to change once again. The busy energy of the day gradually softens. Merchants close their shops, workers finish their tasks. Families return home through the winding streets of Istanbul. The golden light of the setting sun stretches across rooftops, courtyards, and stone pathways. For a few moments, the entire city seems to glow. You continue your walk at an unhurried pace. There is nowhere you need to be, no destination waiting ahead, only the simple experience of moving through the city as another day comes to an end. The air feels cooler now. A gentle breeze arrives from the Bosphorus, carrying with it the scent of the sea. Seagulls continue their slow circles above the water. Fishing boats return from their daily work. Their silhouettes drift across the surface of the water beneath the fading sunlight. As you watch them disappear into the distance, it becomes clear why so many travelers have fallen in love with this city. Istanbul is not simply a place. It is a meeting point between worlds, a place where continents, cultures, languages, and traditions come together. Yet, despite its importance, much of life here remains surprisingly familiar. People seek comfort, friendship, purpose, a sense of belonging, the same things people search for today. As the sun finally begins to disappear beyond the horizon, lights slowly appear throughout the city. Small lanterns glow behind windows. Shadows grow longer. The sounds of the marketplace become quieter. Conversations become softer. The city prepares itself for another peaceful night. You find a quiet place overlooking the water. For a moment, you simply sit and observe. The Bosphorus reflects the final colors of the evening sky. Orange becomes gold. Gold becomes blue. Blue slowly fades into darkness. The day is ending, and with it, the countless small moments that filled the hours before. The baker preparing bread before sunrise. The fishermen beginning their work. The merchants arranging their goods. The children playing in quiet courtyards. The travelers arriving from distant lands. Each moment has become part of the rhythm of the city. A rhythm that has repeated itself day after day for generations. The night air grows cooler. Above you, the first stars begin to appear. The city is becoming quieter now, calmer, more peaceful. As darkness settles over Ottoman Istanbul, you take one final look across the skyline. The great domes and elegant minarets stand silently beneath the night sky. The streets below grow still. The water continues its endless movement through the Bosphorus, and another day comes gently to an end. Thank you for spending this day in Ottoman Istanbul. And as the city drifts into the quiet hours of the night, perhaps it is time for you to do the same. Good night.